Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am Ethelred Flametail, and yes, I've had a few drinks, and yes, I've been talking a lot about moving, and I had a meeting about it, and then with my adult social worker and support workers. I told them which housing I would like, supported living, one with one where people can check up on me. No, you can't have that. Even though they said, oh, you can have any house you want. Huh? Okay. Living on my own with supported house. Oh no, you can't have that. So, uh, they suggested at I what they call it at I live with other people, which I don't really like the idea of, but they said I might have to compromise, which I don't like. What they got, I wouldn't really like living with other people. But they said you can compromise. Well, a support worker says you can compromise, so you can have your own room with your own toilet. So that would be a compromise, because if I just said I want this, but not this, but I would want that and that, I'm limiting myself. So the so I was that's I thought I would update you on what they call it, what my moving position was. Then the next time we had a meeting, they said, "Oh, it might be more suitable if you was living on your own with supported, but that could change." Anyway, I'm sure everybody else is okay with me, what they call it, talking about it being excited to move.
You know what? Something's bothering me. I know I might be belly aching, but for goodness sake, Ethelred Flametail, you all probably know him. He keeps on talking about, oh, I'm gonna move house, and yet he's still living with his parents. Honestly, like, oh, I'm going to move. I might move. Oh, yes, I'm going to. For goodness sake, just move. Or what? What's the point of it? We've heard it all before. Are you going to move out of your house, or aren't you?
Oh, right. I didn't know you felt that way. Right, maybe I will just limit myself to just saying it on online forums and Reddit, and leave it out of YouTube until I finally do move, or I'll try to leave it out of YouTube until I finally move. Uh, quick, what they call a quickie here. I'm possibly going to leave what they call it, moving and looking after houses until after Christmas. Yes, it's coming up to Christmas. Unless you're watching this video in 2008 and after Christmas, then it's not coming to Christmas. Anyway, I feel like talking about how great the Pound Bakery is, how you can actually get two pasties for £1, and quite a lot of things are what they call it, a pound. Yeah, we can see prices creeping up, but that's not a problem. You can get afterwards for less than £1 sometimes. You can get things for 80p. You can even get two meat and potatoes pies for £1.
Oh, now it's on.
Yes, the Pound Bakery things from the Pound Bakery cost more than £1. Certain items may cost less, but the majority of it is getting a bit more pricey. Things that used to cost £1 have now gone up by £1.70, £1.30, even though they used to be £1. Blinking heck, what they call it, jumbo steak used to only cost £1, and then they put the price up. What on earth? It's still a jumbo steak. It's still got halfway meat in the middle. The only difference is you changed the price, which is not very good, is it? And it's not just the Pound Bakery. No, your pound shops are doing it now. They call it promotional items. What a load of rubbish. There's nothing promotional about it. The only thing that's promotional is you promoting your own price. There's nothing really promotional about it. You're not getting a good deal. You're getting scammed. You're getting your money stolen from these people. I would say avoid paying anything more than £1. Maybe on certain occasions treat yourself, but just try and avoid it. Try to avoid it as much as possible. When the pound shop finds out that less people are buying their promotional stuff, they might bring the price. They might bring the price down and get rid of the promotional stuff. The business will look at it and say, "Hang on, this isn't selling that much as we thought. Perhaps we should just go back to the pound pound stuff since everybody's buying that." But then again, there's a what they call it. And again, there's a double-edged sword on this, because with more stuff costing more than £1, it means the pound shop can buy more stuff at cost more than £1, but charge it at £1. So it is a double-edged sword. Here, there's a notice that it says, "We now sell amazing value products that cost more than £1. If you have any queries in relationship to us selling products over £1, please ask for the store manager in the store, or call our customer service team on 0800 731 5622. Once again, no, they don't say it, I'm just clarifying it. That's 0800 731 5622, and they'll be happy to help. The only queries I have about this is, why put everything is £1 when it's not? Please, pound shop, change your name. Rub out everything is £1. Get rid of it. And instead of saying Poundland or Pound Shop, put Poundland and Pound Shop Plus. Or Poundland and Pound Shop and over. It doesn't. If it costs a little bit more to get that sign replaced, fine, I'll throw a little bit of money towards you. But please rename your shop. You can't just say Poundland when it isn't a Poundland. Look, you're probably just what they call it, laughing at me and saying, "Oh, but everything's £1, Ethelred. I've been in the pound shop before, and I've seen things like £1. Yeah, well then, just go into any pound shop, any pound bakery, and look, and you'll be surprised. There are things that cost more than £1, and it isn't good. It isn't funny. It's you know, these are hard times. People people are in financial difficulties. You may be saying your perfect solution is don't get into financial difficulties. Well, it's hard because people just need to actually lend money just to eat food, and jobs are not really paying as much as people want them to be. People want to be paid. Student living student living is difficult for people, and it can range up to £300. How do they expect to live? So the pound shop is a unique place for people who can't afford any money, or people in financial difficulties, or students, to go in there and buy something to survive and eat. Might not be that it might be questionable what they buy, but at least they're surviving. And then you think it's a good idea just to decide, let's just bump up the price for no apparent reason. Now I know the prices are a little bit crude and okay. They might be okay for an odd one treat, maybe in New Year or maybe coming up to Christmas, but there's no need to sell stuff My Little Pony at £16, and the pound when I was younger, pound shops used to be this magical, nice place where you could actually go in and spend just £1. And some people would say, don't spend too much at the pound shop because you buy 10 items, you have to pay £10. But now that saying "don't spend too much at the pound shop" is has more of effect because there's things that are more than pound. Oh yeah, they also sell clothes now at the £5 at the pound shops. More than £1. What? And don't think Pound Bakery, as I've said before, is totally innocent, since they're creeping their prices more than a pound, and things that used to be £1 are now costing a little bit more extra. When it comes down to it, this is getting rather ridiculous, Pound Shop, because one, your false advertising, which is not good. I don't know whether it's illegal or anything, but false advertising is not good, and you're likely going to get in trouble, and you're likely to get investigated. In fact, you even have been investigated by investigators before. I'll give you the link in the description of the mayor's website for you to browse as you want. I've read a little bit of it, and it's quite interesting how investigators found out that stuff what they call it stuff can cost, stuff can range from stuff at is £1 in the pound shop can be cheaper in another shop, and stuff that is a pound in another shop can be a pound in that shop can be more expensive in another shop. Swings and roundabouts, and also how the pound shops creeping up the prices a bit. Pound Bakery, I also remember when there was buns that cost 50p. Yes, so you could buy 2 buns for £1. Now they're 80p, and you can only buy 1 bun. One, we're talking about the muffin stuff and the cupcakes and the cartons. So, uh, so my thoughts. I think the pound shops and Pound Bakery has two options. One, they can change their name, which would save a lot of hassle for people. It might be expensive, but the amount of stuff that you're charging for it, I'm pretty sure you can afford it. You can change it to pound stretchers. No, wait, somebody else has taken that. Pound bakery plus more than a pound bakery, and other. Uh, uh, just make sure there's some sort of indication to make sure to tell people, yes, this cost a little bit more than than you expect, and the same goes for the pound shops. You just make sure to say what they call it, things. Just make sure to say on your actual logo, instead of everything's a pound, to say pound shop plus, something like plus. Plus is a PUSE. Even a pound shop, with the pound with the plus, I don't care, just as long as you make people aware at the title it means, you're gonna have to spend a bit more money. And also with the other shops. Or the second option is you decide to demolish all these stupid little promotional stuff that you're selling to people which can't really afford it. The only way and the only time they buy it is because of Christmas gifts, spare of the moment, padding children who think everything's a pound, and because of your lies, and also odd occasions. If you could just get rid of all those, look, there's sister locations of the pound shop. One of them is Bargain Buys, which is a sister location, and they're making a lot, and they're making money. They can actually help you out, but just leave all those, more than a pound stuff for them, instead of you deciding we want to be like the Bargain Buys and pound stretchers, because you're not fooling anybody. So those are your two choices. Either change your title to say pounds or more, or decrease the value to pounds. I don't have a problem if you decrease it to pounds and less, but please, please, this is a pound shop, for goodness sake. Some of us are Yorkshire, we want our bargains back. So, thank you so much for watching. This has been quite a long rant. I've been Ethelred Flametail, and I'm signing out.